Here with the greats. Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, and Allie LaForce, our reporter. And the tip goes to the Nets. Russell deciding where to go with it. Johnson on the wing. This one for... That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by White. Here's Vucevic. Claxton with the block. They retain possession. It's White with the drive.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Johnson on the wing. From behind the arc. He drops it from range. Johnson's got 6.
Beautiful stroke from Johnson, even on the quick shot.
And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be. Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Ball surveys the floor. Pass to White. Here's Buzelis. Puts up a 3. Russell with the rebound. Up top, Johnson. It's Thomas on the wing. From outside the arc. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Giddey. The kick out to White. All alone. Russell with the rebound. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 7. Williams misses. Ball with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
White. Pass to Vucevic. He shoots it. They grab their own miss. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. Nets leading by 7. Here's Whitehead. Takes the 3. Williams grabs the board. On the wing, Jones. Outside, Williams. Here's Collins. Buries it down low.
With an excellent balance of size and touch, he's a tremendous finisher right there inside.
You know, from the 2020 bubble to late 2021, Zach Collins didn't play a single game. He missed over a year, Richard.
Yeah, underwent ankle surgery, missing a ton of games. Despite that, Zach's come back stronger, really improving all aspects of his game.
And Chicago has possession, following the bucket by the net. Smith no good.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
And stolen by Williams for the finish. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul of the game. Chicago making a switch here. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Johnson drops them both. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Launches it from deep. And so the ball out of bounds. Herter touched it last. Nets leading by 7. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. Here's Jones. No points yet. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Releases. Herter gets the bucket.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
Back to Johnson. And the layup falls. Johnson's got 8 points.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's DeSumo. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game. So hits one and misses one at the line. And so it's Cameron Johnson making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Nets?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor, and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
That one goes in.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vooch setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Outside Herder. Back to Giddey. To the left side wing. 3 on the clock. From the stripe. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Ball. Outside Herder. Tries again. That one is off. Johnson with the defensive effort. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 6-point game. And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Now here's Williams. Still no points. Here's Claxton. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Ball. Russell with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 8. Now Johnson. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone. But the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Offline with a 3. Bulls trail by 5. Vucevic with it. Claxton with a rebound. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by the Bulls. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of this one. Smith with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. There's 1:40 left to play in the second quarter. And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's the guy who'll keep things moving.
Here's Jones. Kicks it out to Collins. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist. Collins has got 5 points.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
And Williams punches it home.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. To the middle. White, good. White's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Oh, throw it down. Wow.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Collins. Dosunmu outside. No good on the triple. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Brooklyn shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Nets leading by 7. Here's Whitehead. And again, it's the Nets missing. Outside Herder. Dosunmu outside. Right side Jones. Back to Dosunmu. And he hits the jumper.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Just, like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And the first half comes to an end. First game going here. It's the Nets. Up by. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Brooklyn shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Johnson that can bang down low and knock him down at the stripe.
Outside Johnson. Outside Williams. And the three off target. The Bulls trail by 6. Pass the ball. And here's Giddey. Three-pointer Vucevic. Rebounded by Johnson. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Williams. The second chance points on the tip-in. Williams has got 8.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Ball outside. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer Vucevic. Knocked away.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Three-pointer Buzelis. And again, Chicago, no good. Brooklyn leading by 8. Pass to Johnson. Lets a three fly. Chicago with a rebound. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Down low. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
And that's a foolish pass. Plain and simple.
Bulls trail by 6. Here's White. Uses the glass on the layup. He's got 9.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Grant, how about Kobe White? going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season, top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
Buzelis' shot is good.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Pass to Claxton. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Knocks it down. From distance. Claxton's got 7 points in the game. Now a timeout called by Chicago. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one. One of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, they're usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Here's White. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Claxton. Williams with it. And it's Giddey picking him up. The ball's knocked loose. White with the steal. Out on his own on the break. It's his first trip to the line. And he makes a first. The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There was a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success.
Pass to Johnson. Johnson on the wing. 4 on the clock. Back to Claxton. It's stolen away. And now the Bulls in transition. For 3. Claxton with a rebound. Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's Johnson. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 6.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Johnson with a double team. For 3, Smith. Rebounded by the Nets. Up top, Johnson. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Showing his ability to run the floor. Johnson making plays.
Pass to Buzelis. Oh, misses the dunk.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Bulls on D. They trail by 7. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. Good on the second one. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Left side, Williams. Over Herder. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Thomas with the ball. 1 second left. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets out in front, up by 8. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter started. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Brooklyn leading by 8. To the paint. Pass to Whitehead. Shot clock at 5. Thomas, right side. It's tipped.
Powerful swat by Vooch, showing how effective he can be on D.
And the Bulls making a change here. Chicago with the ball. Here's Jones. Pass to Vucevic. Top of the key. Second chance effort. Outside Jones. 4 on the clock. Goes back up. Vucevic's shot is off. Stolen by Ball. It's Herder on the wing. Back to Vucevic. Tries to break his ice. Ball outside. Outside Herder. Back to Ball. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Cam Thomas picks one up.
This is the smart play by Ball, staying committed even while getting fouled.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And they've also been in the zone with the mid-range jumper. The defense has given them space, and they haven't hesitated to rise the fire.
Russell attacking. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Yeah, love when Russell attacks defenses, charging with tenacity and making them compromise.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Pass to Collins. Claxton with a rebound. Brooklyn leading by 9. Thomas, that's good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Ball. The rebound by the Nets. Johnson for 3. Pure from 3-point range. And the Nets lead by 14.
This is how lethal a scorer Johnson can be. Keep feeding that beast.
Here's Ball. Knocks it down from 7 feet. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Russell. Back to Claxton. Collins with the rebound. Now Giddey. 3-pointer. Claxton with a rebound. The 3 from Russell. Second shot opportunity. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. He's off on the first. Brooklyn making a switch here. And the second free throw is good. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Pass to Whitehead. No good on the 3. The Bulls trail by 13. DeSumo outside. The offensive rebound. DeSumo on the wing. Shoots over Johnson. And again, no good by Chicago.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Whitehead's shot is good.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Nets.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for Nicholas Claxton.
He really influenced the game with his rebounding. Just a stellar performance. With all the work he put in, he's going to sleep well tonight.
Here's Whitehead. The three is up. And it's Chicago with a board. Williams on the wing. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Chicago has possession. It's a 10-point game. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Rebounded by Johnson.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Inside. Left side, Johnson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Lewis. The kick out to Johnson. Outside, Williams. From the arc. So we see the Nets taking the W here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Alling the fourth. With us on the sidelines. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, You've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Unloads. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Inside, Green can be very aggressive and physical, allowing him to do work scoring the ball.
Inside. Nice shot by Turner.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Curry. Go from the wing. And it's hammered home by Green.
Green showing you some real attitude on that throwdown.
Halliburton outside. To the inside. Here's Nesmith. Outside for Halliburton. 3 on the clock. Shoots. And that one hits the back iron. And the Warriors with possession. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
The shot by Butler, no good.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
In transition, here come the Warriors. To the paint. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
You got to be careful how you guard Curry. Because he's so skilled with the ball and as a shooter, he's able to figure out ways to draw fouls.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Now here's Turner. Nembhard outside. And stolen by Green. Here's Podziemski. Off target with the 3.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Nembhard. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
A guard who can do it all. Halliburton is solid at feeding the rock to his guys.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, the fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Curry. Pass to Butler. To the middle. Here's Green. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Green's got 6.
Well, you see what you have here. I mean, the unselfishness of Butler, an often unsung trait of his.
Turner, no good. The Warriors lead by 4. Curry with it. He's picked up by Nembhard. Down low. The kick out. Curry. Goes up on the baseline. Butler. Indiana with a rebound. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
In transition, here come the Warriors. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair, and they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
Oh, I like how Butler uses his body in the paint. Excellent at forcing the issue and getting the call close to the rack.
Now well into his 30s, is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Halliburton was hungry for that hoop, taking the ball right to the rack and drawing the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Butler hits them both. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
That one goes in.
Now that was nasty. Absolutely nasty. Halliburton looking like a street baller with that kind of dribble move. Major handles.
Butler's shot is good.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Pacers trail by 6. Siakam in the post. That one doesn't drop. And it's Butler with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. Here's Green. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And Green loves flexing on the defense, welcomes the contact, and overpowers it.
The Warriors lead by 8. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Green's got 10.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Halliburton outside. Draymond Green has been on display for Golden State. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More NBA. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Something else they've done well early? Converting their trips to the free throw line. Not just getting there, but knocking down those foul shots.
To the inside. Mathurin with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. And then Siakam with the jam.
Yeah, and when it comes to finishing plays, Siakam can beat you back to the basket, facing up and, of course, in transition.
And here's Butler outside. Mathurin with a rebound. Pacers trail by 8. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Outside Butler. The Pacers pull it in. And the call will be against Bennedict Mathurin. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Pass to post. Back to Hield. Outside Payton. From outside the arc. Siakam pulls down the board. Pacers trail by 8. Outside Mathurin. Siakam outside. Back to Mathurin. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it down from distance. Mathurin's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Doubled by Turner. Outside Hield. To the middle. Here's Knox. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Outside Kuminga. Outside Payton. To win the drought. The rebound by Turner. Indiana trailing here. Here's Siakam. Well, the first 7.5 seasons of Pascal Siakam's career were in Toronto. But Clark's a fresh start here with the Pacers.
You know, it's great for the Indiana Pacers because Pascal Siakam wanted to be part of this group. He saw a nucleus of young talent that had a chance to be competitive in the East and chase a championship. So he signed a nice big contract this summer to remain a key contributor for them moving forward. Actually, he'll be the hub of the wheel along with Tyrese Halliburton.
Halliburton surveys the floor. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Knox.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low-percentage junk there.
And I like whenever Hield attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
Pulls up on the wing. Payton's shot is good. And now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Halliburton outside. And here's Turner from the arc. The long-distance three is buried. Turner's got 5 points.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as a pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Siakam, no good. The Warriors lead by 4. Pass to post. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Back to Turner. Here's Mathurin. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Mathurin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Mathurin is an impressive scorer, skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. "11 seconds left in the second period. Outside Payton. Here's post. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. And second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The Warriors lead by 4. Curry looking it over. Launches a 3. Mathurin with a rebound. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Beyond the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Mathurin's got 8.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Timeout called, the Warriors. Turner can always wow you with a highlight play, but Clark, he's gotten better at the small things as well.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. He can shoot the three. He's always been an elite shot blocker from the day he stepped foot in the NBA. An excellent screener, but he has added small pieces to his total game in the little areas.
And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. The Warriors leading. Now here's Curry. The three. The rebound by Turner. They've been behind all night, but that might change here.
Big possession here in terms of momentum.
Back to Halliburton. For the lead. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's supreme court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, V.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill, feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
Halliburton with the ball. Now guarded by Moody. Nembhard outside. Back to Halliburton. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
And here's Butler. He has 6. That one's good for 2.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Halliburton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness, he is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guards.
Curry, no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Halliburton misses. The Warriors trailing. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Inside. The kick out. Curry. Three-pointer. Curry buries the triple.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Back to Turner. Lets it go from deep. And the three-pointer goes. Turner's got 10 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Podziemski. Shot clock at 5. Over Mathurin. Here's Green. Outside for Butler. And another shot. That won't go either for Curry. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Out to the right wing. A good look from Turner. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Indiana leading. Nembhard outside. Pass to Turner. 59 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Now here's Moody. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
46 seconds left in the third quarter. To the paint. Here's Podziemski.
Yeah, look at Mathurin asserting himself on defense, using his quickness to stay on top of his man.
Tries to save it. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. .29 seconds left in the third quarter here. Pass to Siakam. Curry with a steal. Oh, Butler, what a dunk.
Butler knows what he can do inside. That time erupting for a throwdown.
Curry from deep three-point land. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Three-pointer, Halliburton. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. To the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Curry. In transition, here come the Warriors. Rejected by Halliburton. Curry, he's open. And right on target. That one's good. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
The shot by Butler, no good. Halliburton outside. Pass to Mathurin. Here's Siakam. From downtown, sinks it from distance. And it's a 3-point Indiana lead.
Yeah, a guy who can work the whole arc. Smooth corner shot by Pascal.
Back to Green. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Looking to end this cold spell. And it's laid in by Halliburton.
He's such a creative scorer in close. Tyrese Halliburton only needs a sliver of space to make you pay.
Right side, Podziemski. Left side, Curry. Fires the three. Butler. Butler! He's too much close to the rim.
Easy to see why Butler gets so much respect for his competitiveness. I mean, he thrives at finishing through contact.
Siakam, three. No good there.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
The shot by Butler, no good. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
Here's Mathurin. He's off on that one. Green with the defensive effort. And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. Here's Podziemski. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Indiana on offense. Halliburton with the ball. Siakam outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Halliburton. Takes the 3. Going all the way to the rack to take the lead. Indiana with a rebound. Here's Nembhard. Siakam outside. Pass to Turner. Back to Siakam. And here's Turner. From deep three-point land. Indiana again missing.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one. You see why they trust Curry. I mean, give him the rock and let him make a play.
Now Nembhard. To the middle. Siakam outside. Back to Turner. To stop the drought. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
Man, I like the initiative from Turner to go with the shot fake. I mean, once his man leaves his feet, the rest is easy for Turner.
When it's this close, he's exactly who they want at the stripe.
Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. To the inside. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Halliburton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Halliburton has lots of skills you love to see from a young guard. Boy, I tell you what, he's got a bright future. Love watching this young man play. Excellent composure at the line there to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
Inside. Can't cash it in.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
He connects.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. Only 2 seconds left in the game. He got it up in time. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so the big win by Indiana in a tight game. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And it's the Mavericks. To start out. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Just 5 to shoot. And it's Washington missing. Here's Charlotte. You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough.
That infinite wingspan of Davis is on full display there.
Inside. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
And it's Washington missing. Miller on the wing. Pass to Diabate. To the paint. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And it's off from three-point range. Still tied up as both teams look for a breakthrough. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. On Brandon Miller.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
Good shot, gone bad. You got to finish there.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
And there's a reason Miller was a volume three-point shooter in college, because he's extremely accurate.
Back to Gafford. Driving in. And the dunk by Gafford.
Well, I tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. I asked him how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, "That's top secret, but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has an off night." We'll see how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
Thanks, Allie. And the dunk by Gafford.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
To the middle. Here's Williams. The kick out to Ball. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. The Mavericks leading. Outside for Irving. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. They get it back. That one is off. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Here's Miller. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. Here's Marshall. Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Miller. And yep, it's good. Miller's got 5.
Determined to get through and finish. Miller already with flair in his first year.
Dinwiddie, no good. Charlotte trailing. Left side, Green. Tries again. And it's laid up and in by Williams. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Charlotte. Miller outside. Green for 3. Lively grabs a miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Yes, sir. AD threw it down easily.
Pass to Diabate. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Charlotte on top, leading by a point. And the second quarter about to... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
The recent years have been a bit of a struggle for the Hornets, Clark.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, they've dealt with injuries that have really been problematic and roster changes as well. I mean, very much a team in transition, trying to figure out who they are and what they can be. And it's hard to get things clicking when you're having changes in your roster compounded by injuries as well.
Now the Hornets moving it up. Shots blocked. Here's Washington. Knocked away. Right side, Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Another shot. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Pass to Diabate. And down it goes. 2 points.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Here's Williams. Oh, Williams with the block. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. And he comes up with a bucket. Diabate's got 4 points in the quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Hornets?
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
Well, how about the transition game, too? I mean, that's been another key for him, moving the ball quickly up the floor. Let's see if they can keep that up. You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And stolen by Green. It's a one-on-one situation for three. Bridges. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game. And how about the Aussie Josh Green? An athletic wing. He's become a real threat from outside.
And I like that he's added that to his game because he gives you all the intangibles. He's a physical presence. He's an excellent defender. He moves well without the ball. When he's knocking down threes, it takes him to another level as an offensive player. He's got a chance to be a really special player going forward.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, "I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind." Brian, the way he sees the game, makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Marshall. Outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Davis. Shoots over Bridges. Back to Irving. Goes back up. Here's Marshall. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Unable to get that one. Outside, Green. Back to Bridges. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping.
AD just shoving past the inside contact that time. Powerful move getting it done.
Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
To the inside. And stolen by Williams. The drive by Miller. Oh, whoa! And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
Off target with the 3. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Irving. And he banks in the layup.
Irving so good and crafty at being able to get things done with the high percentage shot inside.
Outside, Williams. "15 seconds left in the second. And it's Green missing. Irving looking around. Here's Marshall. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And a pretty tightly contested game here in the first half. It's the Hornets leading by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Mavericks trail by 4. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
And here is Irving. Uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 6 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
It's stolen by Irving. Back to Gafford. Down it and one. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. That's on Mark Williams. And Charlotte making a change here. Dallas shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Miller can't get it to go. For the lead. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Mann. And it's good. 2 points. And the Hornets lead by 2.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Hey, that right there was a lot of confidence given the size of the disadvantage there.
And you know what he does? I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Down low. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Thompson lays it up and banks it in. Well, Clark, as we know, player comparison is a popular exercise among fans and analysts alike.
Yeah, I've never really ascribed to that, but in this day and age, I think it's even more unfair to do so because the game has changed tremendously. I mean, three-point attempts and scoring averages are way north, in large part because of the pace of play. So the game has changed, and that means when you're comparing players, it's a little harder to do in a fair manner.
Charlotte trailing. Pass to Diabate. Nurkic with the ball. To the inside. Lets it go from the wing. Second chance shot. Lively grabs a miss. And so it's Dallas with it. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Pretty even game right now in Charlotte. Here's Mann. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Dante Exum. Charlotte's shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Good on both. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Exum outside. Outside, Williams. To the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Marshall. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
And here's Charlotte now. It's a 1-point game. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. B.A.?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, as we call it. What a move, showing off the handles there.
Pass to Williams. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play with no fouling.
Both teams will make substitutions. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. Here's Ball with the drive. And Ball throws it down.
Hey, this mix of agility, instinct, athleticism, Ball able to drive right in for the big throwdown.
Pass to Diabate. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Diabate's got 10.
Tell you what, he is a really special passer, LaMelo Ball. His ability to fit all kinds of passes into really small windows, phenomenal.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Inside. Back to Williams. Ball with a steal. In transition. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Miller outside. Just 5 on the clock. Ball outside. 3-pointer. The shot, no good. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Irving. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Here's Miller. Off target from outside. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. To the paint. Here's Davis. Washington outside. And Washington powers it through.
Boy, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. He's got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
And Ball gets it to go. Here's Davis. Williams grabs the board. Hornets leading by 6. There's Ball with a 3. That one doesn't drop. He's 4 for 10 from the field now. Dinwiddie outside. To the middle. Here's Davis. Nice touch by Davis inside.
When he's at his best, Davis is in attack mode, getting to that rim and playing with power down low.
Dinwiddie with a rebound. Mavericks trail by 4. Davis down low. The 3 from Washington. Knocks down the triple.
Boy, he's a stretch 4 now with a dangerous outside shot. Washington loves letting that one fly from there.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Outside Irving. Drives to the hoop. Ooh, nice concentration with a double clutch layup.
Slashing to the rim with so much precision and skill. Irving, nearly impossible to contain when he spots a lane and decides to drive.
Ball no good. The Mavericks trailing. Pass to Washington. Lively inside. And there's a 3-second violation. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hornets.
You know, this is an example of why conditioning can be so important. I mean, it can be critical. They continue to sprint the floor, and there's no let-up in sight.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Great feed from Davis, a big guy with nice vision.
Miller outside. Pass to Williams. Back to Miller. Stolen by Thompson. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Back to Washington. Here's Marshall. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one.
In a close game, it's great to have guys you can count on to knock down free throws.
Here's Miller. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
He hits the second from the line.
Left a little on the table there, but at least he put them in front.
Outside Davis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Williams with it. Gafford picks him up. On the wing, Green. Misses a three.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here. Anthony Davis showing you he's in control when the spotlight is on.
Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And the Hornets lead by one.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Back to Davis. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Davis has got 6 in the quarter.
When AD gets going like this, it's almost impossible to slow him down. He's got so many different ways to beat you.
Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
The Hornets with a lead. Here's Mann. Gafford grabs the miss. Pass to Marshall. Now Irving. Williams defending. And it's Irving missing. This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
Miller outside. Now Mann. Shot clock at 5. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Pass to Davis. Outside Irving. Back to Davis. Cash! And that one brings them within 1.
That's serving it up on a platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look.